So there's a lot of concern about our brain of late. Like the brain's been, is kind of the last frontier of medicine. We're starting to understand how the sucker ticks. We were kind of taught forever that, you know, you got X amount of brain cells when you were born and you had to spend your whole life looking after what you got. Well, we now know that your brain is plastic and it has the ability to recover, rebuild, repair. But again, you've got to give it the right opportunity to do that. And there are a whole heap of things that you need to consider when it comes to that. As far as the concern around the brain goes, obviously it's handy, you know, it's going to help you, you know, solve problems. It's going to make sure that you get through your day, that you process your interactions with the rest of the world, etc. But, you know, we've been seeing, you know, this epidemic, if you like, of Alzheimer's disease and senile dementia and that kind of thing. And maybe you've got someone in your family that's got that. You know, it's not a great look. The concern for the government is that in the next 30 years, our total health budget will be needed to cover just that one complaint on the basic trend of this. So we need to, and there's no way that we're going to be able to do that. So every other disease will not get a look in with the brain disease element and epidemic. So let's just make sure you don't even have to get caught up in those budgetary constraints. So there are a whole heap of things that you can do to improve your brain. And really it comes down to two simple things. It comes down to nutrition, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next little grab we have. But and it comes down to stimulating it. Your brain is like a muscle. It needs to keep fit. So you go to the gym or you go for a run or you do whatever you're doing, you're helping your muscle. Well, your brain needs similar activity. And it's interesting, it does actually react favourably to fitness work. So that's a really proven phenomena. But specifically, if you do things that stimulate it, it likes it. So it likes to be challenged. So, you know, that's my challenge to you, you know. If there's something you've said, look, I've always wanted to learn that, learn it. Get the joy of learning it, but learn it so that your brain stays young. So if that's not your cup of tea, do a crossword every day, or do a Sudoku, or as I say, learn something. Take up a hobby. Learn to play the guitar. You know, learn a language, or read a book. But challenge your brain to look at new things. When it goes through the same patterns over and over again, it doesn't grow. It likes being stimulated. So stimulate yourself in the right kind of way. Stimulate your brain. That kind of was a bit of a faux pas, wasn't it? And if you do that, you will get lucky. And that's an interesting comment. When I say lucky, lucky is where preparation meets opportunity. And when your brain is on fire, the opportunities, or the luck improves because you just see the opportunities and you make the most of them. So train your brain.